Hello world, this is Bible Time Capsule and I'm Citizen. Today is December 5th, 2013, and we are in the book of Judges, chapter 11. The first section is Jepthe, J-E-P-H-T-E. Let's begin then. Chapter 11, Jepthe. There was a chieftain, the Galaadite Jepthe, born to Galaad of a harlot. Galaad's wife had also borne him sons, and on growing up the sons of the wife had driven Jepthe away, saying to him, "You shall inherit nothing in our family, for you are the son of another woman." So Jepthe had fled from his brothers and had taken up residence in the land of Tob, T-O-B. A rabble had joined company with him and went out with him on raids. Sometime later, the Ammonites warred on Israel. When this occurred, the elders of Galaad went to bring Jepthe from the land of Tob. "Come," they said to Jepthe, "be our commander, that we may be able to fight the Ammonites. Are you not the ones who hated me and drove me from my father's house?" Jepthe replied to the elders of Galaad, "Why do you come to me now, when you are in distress?" The elders of Galaad said to Jepthe, "In any case, we have now come back to you. If you go with us to fight against the Ammonites, you shall be leader of all of us who dwell in Galaad." Jepthe answered the elders of Galaad, "If you bring me back to fight against the Ammonites, and the Lord delivers them up to me, I shall be your leader." The elders of Galaad said to Jepthe, "The Lord is witness between us that we will do as you say." So Jepthe went with the elders of Galaad, and the people made him their leader and commander. In Mizpah, Jepthe settled all his affairs before the Lord. Then he sent messengers to the king of the Ammonites to say, "What have you against me that you come to fight with me in my land?" He answered the messengers of Jepthe, "Israel took away my land from the Arnon to the Jabbok and the Jordan when they came up from Egypt. Now restore the same peaceably." Again, Jepthe sent messengers to the king of the Ammonites, saying to him, "This is what Jepthe says. Israel did not take the land of the Moab or the land of the Ammonites. For when they came up from Egypt, Israel went through the desert to the Red Sea and came to Kadesh. Israel then sent messengers to the king of Edom, saying, 'Let me pass through your land.' But the king of Edom did not give consent. They also sent to the king of Moab, but he too was unwilling. So Israel remained in Kadesh. Then they went through the desert, and bypassing the land of Edom and the land of Moab, went east of the land of Moab and encamped across Arnon. Thus they did not go through the territory of Moab, for the Arnon is the boundary of Moab. Then Israel sent messengers to Sehon, king of the Ammorites, king of Heshbon. Israel said to him, "Let me pass through your land to my own place." But Sehon refused to let Israel pass through his territory. On the contrary, he gathered all his soldiers who encamped at Jassa and fought Israel. But the Lord, the God of Israel, delivered Sehon and all his men into the power of Israel, who defeated them and occupied all the land of the Ammorites dwelling in that region, the whole territory from the Arnon to the Jabbok, from the desert to the Jordan. If now the Lord, the God of Israel, has cleared the Ammorites out of the way of his people, are you to dislodge Israel? Should you not possess that which your God, Chamos, gave you to possess? And should we not possess all that the Lord, our God, has cleared for us? Again, are you any better than Balak, son of Sephor, king of Moab? Did he ever quarrel with Israel, or did he war against them when Israel occupied Heshbon and its villages, Aroer and its villages, and all the cities and the banks of the Arnon? 300 years have passed. Why did you not recover them during that time? I have not sinned against you, but you wrong me by warring against me. Let the Lord, who is judge, decide this day between the Israelites and the Ammorites." But the king of the Ammonites, my bad, not the Ammorites, Ammonites. "Let the Lord, who is judge, decide this day between the Israelites and the Ammonites." But the king of the Ammonites paid no heed to the message Jepthe sent him. Next section, Jephte's vow. The Spirit of the Lord came upon Jepthe. He passed through Galaad and Manasseh and through the Maspha Galaad as well. And from there he went on to the Ammonites. Jepthe made a vow to the Lord. "If you deliver the Ammonites into my power," he said, "whoever comes out of the doors of my house to meet me when I return in triumph from the Ammonites shall belong to the Lord. I shall offer him up as a holocaust." Jephthe then went on to the Ammonites to fight against them, and the Lord delivered them into his power, so that he inflicted a severe defeat on them from Aroer to the approach to Meneth, 20 cities in all, and as far as Abel Cheramim. Thus were the Ammonites brought into subjection by the Israelites. When Jephthe returned to his house in Maspha, it was his daughter who came forth, playing the tambourines and dancing. She was an only child. He had neither son nor daughter besides her. When he saw her, he rent his garments and said, "Alas, daughter, you have struck me down and brought calamity upon me, for I have made a vow to the Lord, and I cannot retract." "Father," she replied, "you have made a vow to the Lord. Do with me as you have vowed. Because the Lord has wrought vengeance for you on your enemies, the Ammonites. Then she said to her father, "Let me have this favor. Spare me for 2 months, that I may go off down the mountains to mourn my virginity and my companions." "Go," he replied, and sent her away for 2 months. So she departed with her companions and mourned her virginity on the mountains. At the end of the 2 months, she returned to her father, who did to her as he had vowed. She had not been intimate with man. It then became a custom in Israel for Israelite women to go yearly to mourn the daughter of Jephthe, the Galaadite, for 4 days of the year. It's the end of chapter 11 of Bible Time Capsule. I'm Citizen. Peace. I'm out.